Hello and welcome to this special edition of The Last Tackle. We're at Elland Road, the home of Leeds United. We're building up to the playoffs, the grand finals at Old Trafford on Saturday, the 11th of October, when one team will lift this trophy. But we're also announcing the Dream Team. Lewis has the details.
The 30th Betfred Super League Dream Team was announced on Sunday, with 7 clubs represented. Unsurprisingly, Betfred Challenge Cup and League Leader Shield winners Hull KR were best represented with 4 players: Dean Hadley, Petter Hiku, Jez Litton and reigning Man of Steel, Mikey Lewis.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic year for us. Obviously picking that Challenge Cup up, winning our first major trophy in over 40 years, and then obviously picking up the league leaders as well. It's gone very fast this year, but it's been a fantastic year for everybody who's involved in this club.
There was reason for celebration on the other side of the city as well, with Herman SASA joining top try scorer Lewis Martin from Hull FC.
You know, probably at the start of the year, I probably didn't think I was going to play round one, and to be sat here in Dream Team now, top try scorer in Super League, it's crazy. It's overwhelming, but yeah, buzzing to be here, and yeah, really good season.
Mike McMeekan made his return to the Dream Team for Wakefield Trinity, whilst St Helens were represented by Morgan Knowles. Leeds Rhinos have Jake Connor and James McDonnell in the side, whilst Amor Hanley makes his Dream Team debut after a stellar season for the Leigh Leopards. The reigning champions Wigan have 2 representatives, Jay Field and Liam Marshall. More individual honours, including the Steve Prescott Man of Steel Award, will be handed out in a few weeks' time. But until then, it's all eyes on the playoffs.
Yeah, congratulations to all 13 players in the Dream Team. There's 4 Hull KR players. I'm delighted to be joined by Willie Peters, and much deserved to have 4 players in the Dream Team.
Yeah, all 4 thoroughly deserve their place. Yeah, it's a great recognition of their teammates as well, of what they've done to help them get in. But yeah, really happy for the 4 players that got in, and obviously there's probably some, like every other team, that you probably thought, maybe other players can get in, but 4 certainly, a large amount with a tight competition.
On Thursday night, you finally lifted the League Leaders Shield. What does that mean to Hull KR?
Yeah, it means a lot. Obviously, we can't hold on to it for too long because we've got semi-finals to play now, but. Look, to win the Challenge Cup and win the League Leaders is very special, but there's one more trophy on offer, so we can't be enjoying it for too long. We've got some work to do, and that's already started with a lot of rest as well. I mean, the guys need to reset and enjoy this week, but to win the League Leaders is a great reward for the consistency from all staff and players throughout the season.
Obviously, as you said, there's a semi-final to come, but you must be delighted. Challenge Cup and the League Leaders Shield.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's no doubt after the season we'll reflect and you can take a breath and go, look what we've just done. But I don't want to do that yet because there's so much to play for, and there's a lot of hungry teams, and we've got to stay hungry. We've got to be, the team that wants it more than others, because I think that's what it'll come down to. There's obviously 6 really good teams in the semi-finals, and I believe that the hungriest team and obviously whoever handles big occasions will get the silverware, so we want to chase that. But certainly, at the end of the season, we'll look back, and 25 will be a special year for us.
If you did get to the grand final, did you learn from that experience last year? Did you learn from what the build-up and everything? Would you do things a bit differently this year?
Yeah, we learn a lot from losing the Challenge Cup. Little things. We got a train down this time instead of getting a bus. We stayed close to the stadium instead of 50 minutes to an hour away. Little things are in and around that, and we'll certainly tweak little things this year. But I think it's being involved and playing in those big games. That's where you get your learnings. There's moments. There was one moment, obviously, in that grand final that Bevan French took. We understand, that it's going to take those big moments or execute those big moments, in the key times. So, we did that last week. I was really happy on Thursday because our spine stood up. Tyrone May scoring 2 tries in key times. Like we
bit nerve-wracking at times, though.
Yeah, absolutely it was. Absolutely. But yeah, that's when you need your best players to step up. When I say your best players, your key players, like Bevan did last year. So it'll come down to moments again. But certainly we've got a difficult task next week, whoever we play, to get there.
Obviously, a home game home semi-final is a massive advantage. Week off, good thing or bad thing?
Great thing. Yeah, at this time of the year and where we are, I think we needed to have that week off. We knew we were going to have the week off for a long period of time, so whether that can sort of flatten performances a little bit, knowing you're going to have a spell, but we certainly needed it. So, I mean, you only have to look at the last 2 seasons. Wigan and KR last year had the week off, both made the grand final. Year before, Catalans and Wigan, both making the grand final. That doesn't guarantee you anything, but it certainly helps at this stage of the year.
Well done so far this season, and good luck in the playoffs.
Thank you. Cheers.
Right, Willie Peters, week off for Hull KR. They finished top of the tree. Let's hear from a team that finished 6th, Wakefield Trinity. First of all, Darryl, you must be delighted, promoted and in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, look, I don't think anybody expected us that we were going to be here. I mean, internally we were pretty content with the squad that we had, and we were confident going into the season. And then round 1 we beat Leeds, so we've sort of carried on in that way. We've won more than 50% of our games, and we're here by right, I think, and really enjoying what's going to be ahead of us.
And it feels like things are going right on the pitch and off the pitch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the stadium's growing. Matt's and his family have been great putting money into the club. Behind the scenes, players are well looked after. I think it's a vibrant club. The fan base is growing all the time, and they're excited. I think just looking forward to us going there, being well supported, enjoying the challenge that's ahead of us. Obviously, we know it'll be a tough game, but you've got to be in it to win it, haven't you? And we've got in the top 6, and a great opportunity for us.
Is Friday night a free hit for Wakefield?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's no pressure on us. I think everybody's look at Betfred's odds, and we're well down the pecking order. Our odds haven't changed much over the years, so nobody expects us to win this competition, but. We have free hit, just go and enjoy ourselves, play the way that we play. I think we've been consistent with that this year. We've challenged pretty much every team, apart from Saints, to be honest. But we feel like we're in a great place, and we've got nothing to lose. I don't think. You just go and throw everything at Leigh, and then see where we are after the game.
And you've put in some decent performances away from home as well, haven't you?
Yeah, well, Leigh was one of them. We won there pretty convincingly, and then had to play them the week after, and they won that game. So, the games against Leigh have been pretty tight in general, and away from home we've been pretty strong. We've won some real tough games away from home. We've lost 7 games by 6 points or less. So we've been in most fights, to be honest, wherever we've played. So we're confident wherever we go. This week we're at Leigh that we're capable of going there and winning the game, but again recognise that they'll be pretty heavy favourites, and for us we'll just go and be the very best we can be, and then we'll see what happens.
And for you personally, is it good to be back in the Super League?
Yeah, obviously last year was great for the club, for us to build the squad. For me personally, it's been great at Wakefield. I loved it so much. The place is the ownership is great, which you need. The players have been awesome. Our backroom staff is class, all doing a great job. So yeah, just really enjoying the challenge and where we are at the moment.
Well done this season, but most importantly, good luck Friday night.
Thank you.
And I'm delighted to be joined by Wigan head coach Matt Peet. Matt, how are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Great to be here.
Yep. Finding a bit of form now at the right time.
I hope so, yeah. Fully fit squad, players are motivated and enjoy this time of year. I think they do, and seems to bring the best out of them. So yeah, I think we've got some momentum, but also plenty of improvements yet to make.
I mean, it's not arrogance. You plan for this time of year, don't you? You have to.
Yeah, we do, but it's. I get asked about it a lot, and we don't plan to have times of the year where people get injured. That's for sure. But I think we do a good job of holding back some things through the year and timing our momentum and timing the intensity of our training, when to pull back on the lads. And the fact is, there's times in the year where we train very hard, and maybe that affects performances, but we feel it pays us back in the long run.
And how good is it to have Bevan French back? And he's playing very, very well as well.
Yeah, he's playing very well. He's a big part of what we do, and I think it's particularly that chemistry between, you could say, the three of them, him, Harry and Jay. Our game plan is built around having them three players, and a lot of what we do, the way we've built our game over the last few seasons, you know, it's best when those three are in those positions, along with Brad and Cruz and Cade Ellis. So no doubt we're better when we've got all those three connected, and Bevan's a great talent. He's also an important leader for us as well, sets the tone for a lot of what we do, like Harry and Jay.
What will training be like now between now and the semi-final?
Well, we've trained today, had a short day today, tomorrow's off, and then we'll head into camp Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it'll be intense. We'll reflect on what we look like when we're at our best, and then we'll practice. You know, as I mentioned, challenging sessions, and then the lads will get the week off to recover before a regular training week next week into the semi-final.
The week off, is it a good thing or a bad thing from your point of view?
I'm certainly glad we've got it. I think we've managed to maximise it the last couple of years. I think it's all I know in terms of the last few years. So I think we've adapted and learned from our mistakes, my mistakes, and we've found a model that can serve us well. But also, I think it can be a positive thing for teams that play this week, and certainly the team that you play is coming back off a huge win. They'll have momentum and confidence, so there's more than one way.
And obviously, a home semi-final is a massive advantage, isn't it?
Again, you'd prefer it. I think you could create a narrative for going away and getting a win as well. And if it does end up being a Leigh or a St Helens particularly, then you know they're going to come in big numbers. So atmosphere-wise, I think it's always great to be at home. Familiarity, but again, these things have been overturned in the past, so it's not. Don't read too much into it.
And as a final question, great news on Sunday that the Wigan Warriors women have booked their place for grand final.
Yeah, very proud of them. I think the Women's Super League over the last few seasons has gone through the roof in terms of the quality of the product, and it's credit to the hard work of so many people. I think the York and St Helens game was excellent, and then the girls, you know, were as good as I've seen them last night. It was a really positive night for the club. A lot of people in attendance, and it makes for a great final. So yeah, very proud of the girls' game in general. But you know, Dennis and his group are you know, they reflect the club really well.
Well, the best of luck for the semi-final. Thanks for joining us, and let's hear from the Wigan Warriors women's head coach, Dennis Betts. Dennis, congratulations! A grand final for the Wigan Warriors women.
Yes, it's been a great year. This is obviously a culmination of a lot of effort and a lot of work that the girls have put in throughout the year. We've already taken the 3 trophies that were on offer this year. So, like I say, if you put the nine trophy in that as well, so we've took the League Leaders Shield, and we've also won at Wembley to win the Challenge Cup. This is just now that point of the year where we've pulled ourselves back together, find our form again, and go after the big prize at the end.
Should be a cracker as well against St Helens.
Yeah, the 2 best teams all year. It's nice when it finishes like this. Teams that finish 1 and 2. We've had 2 really competitive league games this year. We put a great performance in the Challenge Cup final, and I don't think Saints were expecting that from us, but we had a really good day. But we've had a draw, and we've won one game by 4 points at their home ground. So it's been pretty close all the way through. Our form's been good, but like I said, this is the side that we've been challenged by most of this year.
I know Matt Peet wants you all very much part of the club. There must be a good feeling around Wigan Warriors at the moment. You lot are in the final, the women. We've got a semi-final for the men's coming up as well. Must be a good feeling around Wigan.
Well, it's a great club. And I think, like I say, you've got to give a lot of credit and kudos to Chris Ledlinski and the ownership, and also like our girls now, they feel like they're part of something that's bigger than them as well, and they're absorbed into that, and Matt's a big part of that. So we had his coaching staff and then all the players. So there's no sort of like us and them kind of mentality at Wigan whatsoever. It's a we, it's an us, it's a kind of family kind of feel, and the girls love that. And I think Matt plays a massive part in that kind of culture that runs through that club. And
a final question: you enjoying it?
I am, yeah. You can probably tell by that little bit of bounce in my step, and like I said, the girls are fantastic. I think they do bully me quite a lot as well. Like I said, they push me around and they've got me all wrapped around their fingers. So it's like it's really hard sometimes. It's like they're all my daughters and I've got to do what I'm told. But yeah, no, we're having a good time.
Well, good luck in the final.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's build up to Saturday night's eliminator. It's the Leeds Rhinos versus St Helens. I'm delighted to be joined by Jake Connor. Jake, first of all, debut in the Dream Team. Well done, congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thank you. It's obviously a great achievement to have. I've not done it before, so yeah, it's good to be a part of.
I mean, it's a team game, but it's not bad to get the odd personal accolade, is it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, it's a great achievement for anyone to get in this team. It's not easily done, so yeah, I'm proud of it.
That's credit to the season you've had.
Yeah, of course, and obviously credit to teammates as well and the staff for putting that much time into me in pre-season. You know, if you'd have asked me 12 months ago, would I have been here? Probably not. So there's a lot of work being put into me, and thankfully it's paid off so far.
Right, the most important question ahead of Saturday. How's the fitness?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. All good. Yeah, 100%.
Raring to go.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out there. Obviously trained today and trained well, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Right, let's talk about Leeds this season. Do you think the big difference has been more consistency? Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, it's obviously tough for me because I weren't here last year, but from what I've seen, I think day-to-day basis is everyone's been consistent and consistently wanting to improve as well, which is a big thing. It's hard to want to improve every day, and that's what I've seen from our team, and you know, we've done it all year, so you know, we feel like we've done the work building up, and now it's delivering in these big games.
And ahead of Saints on Saturday, massive advantage to be at home.
Yeah, of course it is. That's what we wanted at the beginning of the year. We wanted a home semi-final, and that's what we've got. We know how important our crowd is to us, and yeah, like I've played at Elland before on the receiving end of it, and no, it definitely it don't go away. It goes against you if you're on the away team. So hopefully they turn up in numbers and we can get a good atmosphere going.
If you are going to go all the way, you've got to do it the hard route by playing the eliminator and then in the semi-final. Is there talk amongst the squad that you can do it?
I think we're confident. Obviously, we're still game by game, but I've seen the confidence in the group, and I believe in the group we can do it. Like I say, it's just going out there and delivering, but you know, it's all there for us to go and do, and it's in our hands.
Well, Jake, congratulations on getting in a dream team, and good luck on Saturday night.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Right, well, let's get the thoughts of St Helens ahead of this huge eliminator on Saturday night. Morgan, congratulations, back in the dream team.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. Obviously, it's an honour and privilege. Obviously, get picked in this team. Yeah, pleasing.
Look, I know you talk about being part of a team, but you must be pleased. You've had a very, very good season personally.
Yeah, I'm happy how I've gone this year. Obviously, with me last year at Saints, you know, it was extra important that I had a good year and sort of signed off on the right note. So yeah, I'm pleased with how I've gone.
How big is Saturday night and this trip to Leeds?
Yeah, massive. Obviously, it's all comes down to this now. It's, you know, knockout rugby, and this is what matters. This is what our, you know, season's going to be judged on ultimately. So it's exciting. We're obviously coming over at Leeds. They're flying high at the minute, and it's a tough challenge ahead of us.
You went on a great run as a team in July and August. You can take some confidence from that run going into the playoffs.
Yeah, you know, we were playing well. Obviously, it doesn't really matter really now. Now it comes into this sort of business end. You know, it's knockout, and we've got to get the job done against Leeds. So those results won't count for anything. But you know, we're confident in house, and you know, we got belief in ourselves.
And you don't want to make Saturday night your last game for Saints, do you?
No, hopefully not. Hopefully, I can still wear the red V for another 3 games. So that's the plan.
Well, congratulations being in a dream team, and good luck on Saturday night.
Cheers, thank you.
Well, I'm delighted to be joined by Adrian Lamb as we preview the first playoff game. It's Leigh versus Wakefield Trinity. Adrian, thanks for joining us. First of all, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Now, it's been a long old season, but now it's knockout rugby.
Yeah, it's incredible how it's in September so quickly. You know, it's always head down, bum up, and working hard on the week-to-week scenarios. And before you know it, it's September. And to finish third's obviously the first time the club's ever done that in the Super League era, and very proud of that. But obviously, all the hard work now gets shown in those last 3 weeks as we enter into the finals.
I mean, you must be delighted since getting promoted back to the Super League, you know, the Challenge Cup win, and now finishing third. So whatever happens, do you feel like Leeds going in the right direction?
Yeah, absolutely. I think 2023, we won the Challenge Cup that year and finished fifth, lost the first semi. 24, we finished fifth, but won that first semi, and then finished in the top four after that. And then this year finishing third with you know, opportunity left to do better and finish higher. So pretty excited about that, but it also shows that everyone's working hard both on and off the field, and the trajectory of the club's heading in the right direction. So really excited.
Do you feel like you can beat anyone on your day?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess, you know, most clubs in that top six will say that because it's probably happened to every club this year. But you know, we feel that we've earned the right to play at home. It'll be a really difficult game because we've had a couple of ding-dong battles against Wakey this year, and the last time they played us at our home ground, we got touched up by quite a fair bit. So that was early on in the season, and hopefully it's different this weekend.
Your atmosphere at the home games with the bands and the fireworks, the atmosphere is fantastic. How big an advantage is it to have a playoff game at home?
I think it is an advantage, and you know, I think as a Leigh fan, as you mentioned, you know, there's no better event in my opinion than going to Leigh Sports Village on a home night, and it's an event now. You know, not only a game, and with all the entertainment that's going on, you know, it's been such a great time as a Leigh fan, but you know, we want to try and use that advantage that we've worked so hard to get to play Wakefield at home, but more importantly, we need to give our best version of us for that 80-minute period. You know, we want to leave no stone unturned and make sure that we reward our fans.
Do you feel the pressure a little bit? Because in many respects, this is like a free hit for Wakefield, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and they've got a great team. You know, they've done some great performances this year, and you can see a similar path to what we did in 23 coming up, and you know, you can see they're connected as a group, and but you know, we feel that we're connected as well. So it's going to be a physical battle. We're pretty excited about it. I've got a full team to pick up from, and hopefully we can progress.
Well, that's good news on the fitness front. Right, we're here at the beginning of the playoffs. There's a long way to go. What would it mean if you could take Leigh to Old Trafford in the grand final?
Yeah, it'd be incredible. We've already experienced that incredible win at Wembley in the Challenge Cup in 2023, and I feel that, you know, we got 80 minutes away last year to Old Trafford by going to Wigan there, but we got our backsides kicked there and we weren't quite ready for that. We've recruited 12 different players to come into the squad this year to help take that step forward, so we've given ourselves an opportunity to be back in that position, and hopefully we've learnt some lessons there, but I think the fans would be they wouldn't know what to do with themselves, and but that's what we're all working towards. You know, we don't want to be just a club that's happy to make the six every year. It's bigger, and we've got more purpose than that. You know, we want to be a club that wins big moments and big trophies, and not only just once but time after time. So that's what we're striving for.
And as a final question, you're clearly enjoying life at Leigh.
Yeah, I love it there. I drive to work every morning, and it's usually dark, knowing the UK weather, but as I'm driving in there, I've got a smile on my face. I love the job. I love the people I work with. You know, the owner, we got on fantastic. It's a great bunch of boys. We've got the best fans. Yeah, life's good.
Right, well, good luck on Friday nights. That's Leigh versus Wakefield on Friday night. Then on Saturday, it's Leeds versus St Helens. Also on Saturday, live and exclusive on the Sportsman, we've got the Championship semi-final, York versus Halifax. That's a 6 o'clock kickoff. And on Sunday, we've got the wheelchair grand final, Halifax Panthers versus the London Roosters, and that's live on Sky. And we know the finalists for the women's competition now. That's St Helens at Wigan on Sunday the 5th of October. We don't know who's going to be at Old Trafford for the men's Betfred competition on Saturday the 11th of October. This man wants to be there. We'll find out very, very soon. The playoffs start this Friday. Enjoy your rugby league.